Good morning, grade 5s. Today we're looking at exercise 70 on page 133. So I'd like you to have your textbook in front of you while I'm talking. At the top of the page, in the purple block, it just gives us some information. And it says, sometimes we need to measure longer distances and we use meters to measure longer distances. Now that's what we're going to be doing today. So you're going to need a tape measure for today's work. And then it says, did you know that the distance from an adult's nose to the end of their outstretched hand is about 1 meter? In a child, this distance is about 85 centimeters. So you're going to use that information to help you in question 1. It says to you, in question 1a, with your head facing forward, measure the distance from your nose to the end of your outstretched hand. And then I want you to write that measurement down. 1b says, turn your head away from your outstretched hand. In other words, look in the other direction. Now measure the distance from your nose to the end of your outstretched hand. And I want you to write that measurement down. Then question 1c says, if your measurement for B is not 1 meter, decide how to move your head in order to get a measurement of 1 meter. What they're asking you to do is to hold your tape measure in your hand, your outstretched hand, and turn your head until your nose is exactly 1 meter away from your hand. This exercise gives you a good idea of what a real meter is, how long it is. And this will help you with the rest of the questions. Question 2 says list 5 objects that you might find at school or at home. Now you're going to look around your house and you're going to find 5 things that measure less than 1 meter, 5 things that measure about 1 meter, and 5 things that measure more than 1 meter. Question 3 asks you to use your tape measure to help you to find these answers. A is asking you how many centimeters there are in 1 meter, and B is asking you how many millimeters there are in 1 meter. Question 4 asks you to estimate the measurement in meters of the following things. But these are in our classroom. So you are going to choose a room in your house and do these measurements. So 4a will be the width of your room. B will be the length of your room. C will be the height of your room. And D will be the length of a table in the room. Now, you are estimating, so you are giving an educated guess, because number 5 asks you to write down the real measurement of these things next to your guess. Question 6 asks you to investigate how far 1 kilometer is. Now, while we are in lockdown, it's impossible to go out onto the road and measure 1 kilometer. But why don't we get creative and go out into our gardens or go up and down your passage in your house and investigate how much 1 kilometer is. How many times do you have to run up and down your passage to have run 1 kilometer? Or how many times do you have to run around your garden in order to have run 1 kilometer? Have some fun with number 6.